Hi, today we're painting some gorgeous little flowers on watercolour paper. These are perfect for beginners to try, as I'll break each flower painting down into easy steps for beginners to follow. I'm using 300 GSM paper. I also like to take mine out of my art journal and tape it down onto a board to keep everything nice and flat. I also use a little tape to section the paper into different parts, and this just gives me an idea of where I want my paintings to be. These are the colours that I'm using today, and I'll also show them throughout the video. We're going to start by painting some pretty aster flowers. The first thing I'm doing is just marking out and sketching in roughly where my flower heads are going to be. Then we can make a really nice purple colour with a little white, some brilliant magenta and some cobalt blue. I have a medium round brush, and all I'm doing to begin with is blocking in and marking out where the flowers and petals are going to be. We can also make a nice green colour with our cadmium yellow and cobalt blue, and I have a small round brush now, and I'm just going to mark in where the stems and leaves are going to be too. Now we've got our flower design down on the paper, we can come in and start adding some details. I'm going to focus on the light areas and the dark areas. So for my dark colour, I have cobalt blue and brilliant magenta, and I haven't added any white to it. For the lighter colours, I have my purple, I've added some white, and you can even put in a little opera rose if you like. I've mixed a nice orange colour for the centre as well with my brilliant magenta and cadmium yellow, and I'm really just making small dots onto the centre of the flower to get a really nice effect. I'm working my way around each flower, building up the layers. If you make a mistake, don't worry about it, just let it dry and then come in with another colour on top. Just let the shape of the brush do a lot of the work for you, it'll naturally form a really nice petal shape. We can add some dark and light areas to the stems and the leaves as well. Try to get some delicate effects by using just the point of the brush. Our next flower is called Morning Glory, and again I'm just doing a very quick sketch of where the flower is going to be and where I'm going to position the leaves. I'm using a purple colour again, but this time I've added slightly more cobalt blue to it, so it's a little darker and a little more blue. I've made the leaves a slightly more grey-green colour, so I have cobalt blue, cadmium yellow, with a tiny amount of brilliant magenta added to it as well, and again we're just blocking in the shape of the leaves. With a small round brush or a liner brush, we can start painting in the lines on the flower, and I'm going to use the lines to sort of define and show the shape of the petals. You can add a couple of glazes on of different colours, maybe some brilliant magenta or even a little opera rose and cobalt blue, gradually building up the layers until you get something that you're happy with. We'll add a few details onto the leaves, but I'm still keeping everything quite loose. Now I've mixed a slightly more yellow green, and I'm going to put a glaze of this colour over the top of the leaves. Next we're going to paint our Dahlia, and it's going to be very loose and almost have a watercolour feel to it. It's not your usual looking Dahlia. I have this one in my garden. I believe it's called Joe Swift, but I'm sure someone will know exactly what kind it is. You can let me know in the comments. I've got my purpley grey colour that I used for my other flowers. I've added a lot more water to it, and I'm using this to block out the background. We can also drop in some stronger colours. And then with a clean damp brush, use the brush to spread those out a little bit and blend it all together. we'll add our grey and put in a few shadows on the petals, still keeping it quite loose. Now we can come in with white and tidy up the edges and cover any parts we need to. I haven't decided what to paint on the second page of my art journal yet. If there are any flowers in particular you'd like me to paint, please do let me know in the comments. Thanks for painting with me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please hit that like button if you have.